see millions coming back home.
I have several accredited journalists from the AP. I don't know who wants to take the question. Josh Goodman from Associated Press.
Hi, Maria Corina. Thank you. Lots of questions still about the meeting yesterday with President Trump. I just have three specific ones. Did you urge him to seek the arrest of Diosdado Cabello? Did you urge him not to meet with Delcy Rodriguez, as he's indicated he would? And did you urge him to not allow Delcy Rodriguez to reopen the Venezuelan embassy in Washington? Those are three specifics. Want to know what your position on those are. Thanks.
Well, I think I don't need to urge the president of specific things. I think it's very clear what has to be done right now. We exchange views about the implications of several actions. And I just want to tell you that I was very impressed of the degree of information he has, how closely he follows the situation in Venezuela, and how much he's concerned about the well-being of our people. Certainly, we did talk about the political prisoners and their families, and the importance to stop repression from the root in Venezuela right now, because you cannot talk of a transition, even in its first steps, if there's still repression in our nation.
The Daily Signal.
Thank you so much. Wondering regarding your meeting with President Trump yesterday, do you believe that you earned the trust of the president? And did you all specifically talk about a transition of power in Venezuela in which you would become president? Thank you.
Point again, this is not about me. It is about the will of the people. And we certainly talk about how popular sovereignty has been expressed in Venezuela, and absolutely terrible conditions in which we did, and how the regime stole that result. And I think he can certainly relate to that. So I believe that the point here is Venezuela has decided as a nation to be united first, to unite back again, and to fight for a right to be free. And he understands the moment and the implication for I would say the whole hemisphere. We talked, and I would say this, I know you can imagine that, about other countries, and specifically about Cuba and the implications of a transition to democracy in Venezuela, what would mean to Cuba. And I insisted in something I've said many times, that I believe that for the first time in history, we will have the Americas free of communism, dictatorship, and narco-terrorism, for the first time in history. And that's what's already happening. Sometimes you are so immersed in processes that, it's hard to understand the implication. The geopolitical and historic implications. Imagine what this will mean to have these dictatorships finally gone in Venezuela, in Cuba, and Nicaragua. I mean, this is equivalent to the fall of the Berlin Wall in the Americas. So this is huge from a historic perspective, and this is happening as we speak.
Torao Kono, NHK Japan. No? Japan media? Okay, can we get Mr. Rosen from Newsmax? Also not here. Okay. Jesus La Patilla, please.
Pardon me? Okay. I was wondering if President Trump he's aware of how many political prisoners have been released so far. I mean, it's less than 10%. And I was wondering if he's aware of that, and if he's told you some strategies that he will do to enforce, to make them release in the next months or weeks or something.
His certainly aware, President Trump is certainly aware of what's happening with the political prisoners, how they are not being complying as they were expected, and committed to see that happen. I have no doubt. Well, what specifically he plans to do, we didn't get involved into that, but I trust his word that that's something it will take place. And as you know, Jesus, and we've talked about this is one of certainly my top priorities right now, certainly.
We do have another media outlet from Japan. If you're in the room, please raise your hand. No? Okay. AFP, Agence France Presse, over there.
Sí, gracias. Gracias por la rueda de prensa. Señora Machado, quisiera saber, usted dice que es un proceso complejo. ¿Cuál es la primera prioridad? Ahora que salga de Washington, ¿qué es lo primero que quiere negociar o ver de parte del gobierno de Estados Unidos?
Mi prioridad, a título personal o para los Estados Unidos. Bueno, en términos de esta fase hay que terminar de desmontar la represión. Insisto, no es solamente que una persona pueda salir de la cárcel, es que sea libre y que se detenga la puerta, lo que se llama la puerta giratoria en Venezuela. Te sueltan 5 personas y te detienen 10 el mismo día. Y eso está pasando hoy. Esto sigue ocurriendo hoy. Y entre otras cosas, les recuerdo que la estructura del poder en Venezuela no es monolítica y no es jerárquica, es heterárquica. Por eso la propia señora Delcy Rodríguez no tiene control. Cuando dicen que controla las Fuerzas Armadas, no controla las Fuerzas Armadas. Ella lo que controla es la estructura represiva que tiene anulada las Fuerzas Armadas, que en este momento es el DGCIM y también la Casa Militar, en la cual también tiene gran control Diosdado Cabello, con enormes tensiones en el alto mando militar. Las Fuerzas Armadas, en más del 80%, están con nosotros. Si no, no hubiéramos obtenido las actas el 28 de julio. Y eso es algo que el régimen lo sabe. Nicolás Maduro estaba protegido ¿por quiénes? ¿Venezolanos? No confía en los venezolanos. Él sabe que las Fuerzas Armadas repudian este sistema tanto como el resto de los ciudadanos de nuestro país. Pero las Fuerzas Armadas están amarradas, neutralizadas, aterrorizadas por la estructura represiva del DGCIM. Y esa es la estructura criminal que hay que terminar de desmontar. Una vez que eliminamos el factor represión en Venezuela, ¿cuánto dura el régimen? ¿Cuánto dura el régimen? Es lo único que les queda, es el terror. Es lo único que les queda, es el terror. Entonces, estamos en esa fase, esa es la prioridad. Y veremos entonces cómo avanzaremos en la reinstitucionalización del país hasta llegar a un proceso de legitimación de todas las autoridades democráticas. Pero les digo, al final hay algunas cosas que Delcy Rodríguez podrá entregar, obligada por la fuerza, porque le tiene terror al presidente Trump, ahí no hay ninguna duda. Pero hay cosas que jamás podrá Delcy Rodríguez, ni ninguna de los miembros de la estructura criminal proveer. Confianza, Estado de Derecho, reencuentro, participación y apoyo ciudadano. Jamás, jamás. Por lo tanto, esto no es sostenible y ella lo sabe. Y por eso vamos avanzando en una fase delicada, un día a la vez, pero con una sola misión, con un solo propósito, y es lograr la verdadera instauración de la democracia y la libertad en Venezuela para que puedan regresar nuestros hijos y todos los venezolanos a casa. Muchísimas gracias.
One last question for Mr. Bernalete. Martín Noticias, please.
Hola.